Yeah, hi there. These comments are for dua. And let's take a look at the email that you sent to me. And first of all, thank you for your email. I mean, I know it takes a lot of courage sometimes to email somebody you don't know. And I'm assuming that you found my website advertising my online TOEFL course called the 7-Step System to Pass the TOEFL IBT. So let's take a look at your situation. You say, 1 year ago I took the TOEFL IBT and got 64. I want to improve my score to 90. I feel disappointed because I don't know how to improve my score. I feel I can't organize the reading and I don't know how to answer the questions. I need your advice. And what are you recommending me? Please reply as soon as possible. And I apologize for the delay. It looks like that you contacted me back on August 26th. And unfortunately, I'm just getting to your email today. But I'm going to answer your questions. I'm going to take some time. So the question is, it's not just improving your score to 90. The question is, how do I improve my academic English proficiency? So there's a lot of different things that you can do. And I wish you had emailed me this question a year ago directly after you took the TOEFL, but you probably didn't know who I was, or you did not know how to find me, or you didn't have the need at that point. But you have to do a whole bunch of things. Now, if we want to talk specifically about the reading, which is one of your problems, you got to do 4 things. Number 1, you have to read extensively for about 45 minutes every day. You want to read magazines, newspapers, and longer books. And no, you should not stop when you see words you don't know. The whole purpose of extensive reading is to get more familiar with how people write in English. You'll get more familiar with vocabulary, with grammar, with our writing style, and a whole bunch of other things just by doing that one thing. Now, obviously, you also need to study vocabulary. That's the second thing you want to do to improve your reading. So you should get a vocabulary list. I have a great list at my website, about 1,700 words. But just because you see the words or take practice tests to learn them, that's not going to be enough. You need to take those words and put them on your own study sheets. I recommend note cards. So you take one word for one note card, put the word on one side, put the definition and the sample sentence on the other side. And also, it's a good idea to make audio files of those words along with the word, the definition, and the sentence. So that way you can listen to the words and their definitions on your music device when you're walking around or driving in your car. So you need to really focus a lot on vocabulary. This is very, very important for your reading. Now, these are the 2 things you want to do first before anything, before you do any other reading practice. Now, the third thing is to understand the TOEFL IBT reading test-taking strategy, so you can understand how to identify the questions and you know where to answer those questions in the reading passages. So that's also very, very important. In addition to that, this is also part of this idea, is it's a good idea to take reading practice tests so you can regularly test your comprehension of TOEFL academic passages. Now, the final thing, or the 4th thing that you want to do to improve your reading, is you need to increase your reading speed of academic passages. I recommend that you increase your reading speed to 300 words a minute with 80% comprehension. Those are my 4 recommendations there. Dua. So let's just recap what I just said in the video. You have to read extensively each day for about 45 minutes. I recommend you do this for several months. Number 2, you have to improve your vocabulary using the suggestions and strategies I mentioned in this video. The 3rd thing is to understand the TOEFL IBT test-taking strategies and take reading practice tests to test your comprehension. And the 4th thing is to increase your reading speed to about 300 words a minute with 80% comprehension. And that's it. Those are my specific recommendations to help you in the reading area. Now remember, I'm just giving you advice in one area. My TOEFL course will help you improve your vocabulary, your pronunciation, your grammar, your listening, your reading, your writing, and your speaking proficiencies. That's why I call it the 7-step system to pass a TOEFL IBT, is because I will help you in all those 7 areas. Remember, my website has about 330 lessons, 170 hours of instruction to help you improve your academic English so that you can confidently take the test and reach the goal that you seek. Now, I can't answer this one question exactly, but you didn't ask me, but a good question would be, how long, Michael, does it take me to go from 64 to 90? Now, depending on how much English that you've used since when you took the test, and then 1 year later, it may be different depending on that. But usually to go from 64 to 90, you can probably expect an improvement of about 5 to 10 points for each month that you use my service. Now, that's of course assuming that you go through all the lessons and complete all the exercises and the practice tests. So in your case, you're probably looking at about 3 months to reach the goals that you seek, maybe 4. All right, so the main thing is to get started, because the sooner you get started, the sooner you will begin to solve language problems. And when you have questions, you just send me an email and I'll give you some information to kind of help you. You can ask any of my students. Whenever they have questions, they email me and I will reply in many cases by video or by audio to kind of answer your questions. All right, at this point, Dua, I'd like to invite you to become my newest student at my online course. Just go back to www.bettertoeflscores.com and you can join directly there. And again, thank you very much for your comments and all the best to your high-scoring TOEFL success.